Madison. Okay, so I have been wanting to do a video on Madison for a while, but I didn't, I was like, nobody knows her, nobody's gonna care. But since she's made her Teen Mom Young and Pregnant debut, I was like, oh, what the hell? Let's do it. My source needs some shine, okay? So I hate saying allegedly because I feel like my sources are just the shit. Like I do, but I have to say allegedly. So allegedly, I'm about to tell y'all about Madison. So my source is in my inbox telling me that Madison and Stephan. Okay, let me back up. If y'all don't know who Stephan is the baby's father, well, the baby's biological father of Kayla's son Isaiah from Teen Mom Young and Pregnant. If you don't watch Teen Mom Young and Pregnant, you're not gonna be interested in this video. But I decided to do this video and finally get back to my sources because I didn't like her behavior on the last episode of Teen Mom Young and Pregnant when I seen how she acted with the sit down between Kayla and Luke and Stephan and her. I felt like she was very out of place. She operates with the mind of a child. She's still a child. She said that she was going to beat Kayla up while Kayla was still pregnant and make her have a miscarriage. So let's keep that in mind. Okay, so my source is telling me that Stephan, which is a very hated villain in the Teen Mom universe, he's called Broccoli Head. So they're telling me that Stephan started dating this girl when she was in the 11th grade. And not officially dating, but messing around with Miss Madison while she was in the 11th grade. Her father literally loathes Stephan, hates the ground that he walks on because he feels that Stephan completely stole his little girl's innocence. Not just in virginity, but in the fact that she was a well-behaved and model student before meeting up with Stephan. So allegedly, all of this is happening. This source is saying that the father was stressed out because Maddie or Madison, however you want to say it, started skipping school, started sneaking out of the house to see Stephan, and life in the household became very chaotic. So life in I think she's McCain. Life in the Madison McLean or Madison McCain. I'll get back with y'all and I'll plug it in. I really don't know because after I look it up, I don't care. But life in that household became very, very strict. When I reached out to Maddie to tell her about this source, via Facebook, I was blocked, and then I logged in on an alternate page and everything was privated. You couldn't see anything on her page when I was just trying to give her a heads up. So I felt like she was kind of rude to me because I'm like, I'm trying to give you a heads up on this. Do you want to say something? But instead I got blocked. And then when I logged into my alternative account, I saw that she locked everything down and you couldn't access anything or any profiles or anything. I feel like Stephan got into her head because he knows how this fandom works. I don't know. Stephan blocked me sometime last year because I tagged him and her in a post and I said, congratulations on graduating high school. Yes, I was throwing a little bit of shade because his girlfriend was in high school, but at the same time, congratulations, that is a milestone. So I posted that and he immediately said don't tag me and shit, and then he reported me and then blocked me. So those posts are long gone. I don't have them because Instagram felt it worthy to take them off of my page and said that I was exposing her identity when her identity was all over Reddit as then. So I don't see how I was exposing her identity. However, let me continue. So the source goes on to tell me that Stephan and Maddie met by working at Golden Corral. Now, it is a rite of passage to have a job when you turn 16 and 17 years old. Golden Corral made the mistake of hiring both of these people at the same damn time. So Stephan worked at Golden Corral. He has worked at Golden Corral for some time. I have some roommates who have seen him there. And then we go to Madison. Now the source said that they met at Golden Corral. And a roommate has inboxed me and told me that they saw Stephan flirting with someone real heavy at Golden Corral. They were both working and, on the shift, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I just flat out told her, yeah, that was Madison. Because of what my source had been telling me, I have never released anything that the source have said. I don't know if the source wanted clout or not, but however, this is not going to be on my page because I don't even know if people care about Madison. But the source said that they met at Golden Corral where they both worked and started sleeping together. Now, the source does not say that Madison was underage. And I don't know what age Stephan is. I just don't know. But they said that those two started messing around. That's when Madison started sneaking out of the house and blase. All right. And then 12th grade gets here and she's still sneaking out of the house and blase. But then Kayla finds out about her, which corresponds with this episode of Young and Pregnant where she was like, you showed up, I don't know you, and Stephan was my boyfriend at the time.
Honestly, my issue with you is when, this is like 2 years ago, and I picked him up for ultrasound. I walked in and you were there, and I didn't know who you were because that was my boyfriend at the time. And we got into it, we were arguing, you say you were going to beat my ass and make me have a miscarriage. Like, I don't play that.
Was that the day that you walked in and you're like,
yeah,
when I drop, I'm beating your ass, all this other I said, okay, 3 months from now, that's what you want.
That's not what you said. You said we could do it right now, and I'll make you a miscarriage. That's what you said.
Really? Yes. That came out my mouth?
I promise you, that came out your mouth. Stephan,
no, it didn't.
Stephan, come on. What was the point of doing this if we was not going to be honest? Like, this was
we are being honest.
No, because then this
was
just a waste of my time.
That I've just never in my life.
Okay, at the end of the day,
crazy.
I know you said it. You know you said it. Stephan, you know she said it.
You did say some really reckless things that day. Both of y'all did. And like I said, this is not so we can go and relive that. This is so we can move past that.
I don't play when it comes to Zay, period. I do not play that. Do not.
I need you to know. I need both of y'all to know that there is no putting Isaiah in.
Let's talk about it.
Imagine you going with your girlfriend to go sit down with your baby moms and the man who is raising your baby and demand, okay? They went there and demanded that Kayla get over the fact that she feels some type of way about his girlfriend, Maddie, aka Madison. Imagine going to sit down when you don't do shit for your kid and demand that your baby mom has a relationship with your girlfriend when you have no relationship with your child, but you want it to be okay for your child to come over and sporadically see you and your girlfriend together. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. So that's why I took on the source's story. I'm just like, this dude is so full of bullshit. So where was I? Okay, so she's in the 12th grade, right? That's where I left off. She's skipping class, blah, blah, having sex with this dude. So, the whole time, Stephan, who's an asshole, has a girlfriend, okay? So, according to the source, Stephan told Maddie that she just my baby mom's. She a bitch anyway. She be bitching. It ain't like that. I'm done with her. She crazy. I done told her over and over again. But according to Kayla, that was her boyfriend at the time. And in the months after, you could clearly see that he was at least attempting to try to care for his child and thought of Kayla as his family. So he was leading this girl on, and because she's so young, still in high school at the time, 12th grade, she's going to believe whatever he says. Honestly, even though the source told me 11th grade, I want to say 10th because I remember seeing them the first season, and she says that she went, and then Kayla on this season says that she went to go pick up Carlos Stephan for a ultrasound, and the girl was at his house, at his mama's house, whomever. And now it's been, I don't know how many years. It takes 9 months to get pregnant. You messing with a girl, and then the baby is what, two or three? I actually want to say 10th grade, but I'm not gonna put that on Stephan because I honestly don't know how long he's been messing around with this girl. I only know that the source told me 11th grade, allegedly. So, all of this is happening, and even through everything, she's still messing around with Stephan after he told her, that's just my baby mom's. But she clearly has eyes and sees him on television, and she disapproved. She disapproved, and Stephan started treating Kayla worse and worse as the season went on, and he disrespected her. And then we got the news of the domestic violence where he put his hands on Kayla. So apparently in this upcoming episode of Teen Mom Young and Pregnant, which is going to come on today, which is Tuesday, right? Apparently they're going to speak on the alleged domestic violence and how he allegedly beat Kayla in front of this new girl. Now, while I pegged the source for this information, I'm like, I don't want to put no domestic violence shit out there. This source was saying that it was going to play out in the media or it was going to play out on television. I don't know, but apparently that domestic violence that we saw in first season directly ties to the fact that he was with this Madison girl and, didn't want to make her mad by keeping to film with MTV and stuff like that. The source also says that a big reason why he is not in his son's life is Madison. Yes, he's a deadbeat with a minimum wage job, which is still a job, by the way. It's still a job and you can contribute something to your son's life. No, it's not going to be the biggest paycheck, seeing as Blue Chip is getting paid now by Young and Pregnant. That's his name on Instagram, but his real name is Luke. So seeing as Luke is getting paid and Kayla's getting paid, they have a sizable bag now and they're getting endorsements. If you go over to their Instagram page, they are pretty much flooded with endorsements. And no, you're not getting any because you're such a crap dad. I understand that. However, you still have a job and you have a duty to pay your $40 a month child support, which according to Kayla's mom, you have not been doing. You have not been seeing your son. According to sources, you are not in contact with your son at all. So I want you to keep in mind that Stephan has not seen his son and he is not in contact with his son at all. However, he chooses this girl over his son because basically, and I don't blame her, you know what I'm saying? Kayla doesn't want her son around somebody who says, I'll punch you in your stomach and make you have a miscarriage. How can you ever have love for my son? And you said you wanted to induce a miscarriage on my ass. The nerve of Broccoli Head to go and try to have a sit down and demand that Kayla be okay with his new girlfriend that doesn't contribute anything, that doesn't uplift him, that doesn't make him be a better man, just sits there and says, he trying, but you won't let him be no father to his son. How is he trying? How is he trying? It really irks my nerves because black fathers get a bad rep. And then you see somebody like Stephan who makes it all the worse, allegedly. And then you see somebody like Luke who steps up and he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to take your child in. And the first thing you do when you sit down is not say, thank you for raising my child. And thank you, Luke, for raising my child, you black brother. The nerve of Broccoli Head. So this scene really bothered me, and I felt like, okay, I'm gonna take the source on and I'm gonna report what I have about Madison, about how the source says that she's so changed and blase. But real quick, back to the time that he allegedly beat up Kayla. So the source said that Madison was definitely there. She came home actually laughing about it, and her dad completely scolded her and said, "How did you get yourself mixed up in this trash, this bullshit? How did you get yourself mixed up in it? Blase, blase." And apparently, she decided to move out shortly thereafter. Like I said, the father just disapproves of Stephan completely. And this is a shit show. And you ain't gotta believe my source. At first, while we were going back and forth, I didn't believe my source, but everything kind of adds up and squeezes into the spots where it's supposed to squeeze into. This literally happens with every source I have. I'm like, I don't believe your ass. And then it ends up squeezing into it, or a Teen Mom episode comes on, and I'm like, damn, my source told me that, but I didn't believe it. So it's just fucking crazy. So that's all the tea I have on Madison and Stephan as of now. The source, which is still directly inside, will be informing me of any, tea in the future, and I'll let y'all know. But for now, what y'all think?